Okay, everybody, Erev Tov, and I'm so glad you're here at another zingen event. And welcome. We're going to sing all about the land and Eretz Yisrael in honor of, well, sort of in honor of Tu B'Shvat coming, but it's also just to think about the land of Israel and our connection as well. So it's all of the above. And Sally, take it away. Let me wait. Don't take it away yet.
Yeah, so it's okay. So I just want to say also all the songs are songs of hope.
Good.
You just got to do present.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I got to move my things around here. Okay.
All right. So hopefully singing will lift our spirits during these times, because boy, we sure need that.
Come on in.
Oh, okay. You guys got to mute everybody. So
Yeah, can you mute everybody? Then
Shir L'Shalom. This is a song expressing yearning for peace. There's lots of songs that we need to sing about peace. The words say, lift your eyes in hope, not through the rifle shots. And what's so poignant about this song is that at the close of a peace rally on November 4th, 1995, this song was sung. And just after the rally, Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated, and this song was found crumpled up in his shirt pocket, stained with his blood. Ironically. Just sing a song of peace, don't whisper a prayer. Just sing a song of peace in a loud shout. תנו לשמש לעלות, לבוקר להאיר, הזעקה שבתפילות אותנו לא תחזיר. מי אשר קבע נרו ובעפר נטמן, בחימה לא יאירו, לא יחזירו לכאן. איש אותנו לא ישיב, מבור תחתית אפל, כאן לא יועילו לו שמחת הניצחון, ולא שירי הלל. Everybody, שירו שיר לשלום, אל תלחשו תפילה, מוטב תשירו שיר לשלום, בצעקה גדולה. תנו לשמש לחדור, מבעד לפרחים, אל תביטו לאחור, הניחו להולכים. שאו עיניים בתקווה, לא דרך כוונות, שירו שיר לאהבה ולא למלחמות. אל תגידו יום יבוא, הביאו את היום, כי לא חלום הוא בכל הכיכרות, הריעו לשלום. לכן רק שירו שיר שלום, אל תלחשו תפילה, מוטב תשירו שיר שלום, בצעקה גדולה. עוד פעם, שירו שיר שלום, אל תלחשו תפילה, מוטב תשירו שיר שלום, בצעקה גדולה. לה 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 לה.
hooray.
Ani ve'ata, another song of great hope, written by Israel's kind of Frank Sinatra. Arik Einstein. This is probably one of his most well-known songs from the 60s. It kind of empowers us with the thought that we can make a difference in the world, that each of us have a part in making this a better world. We know we get this message from Rabbi Gil all the time, and I think this song expresses it well. You and I can change the world. Ani ve'ata nishaneh et ha'olam. If you guys ever were in summer camps or your kids in Jewish summer camps, I'm sure they sang this. Ani ve'ata always reminds you of great times in youth groups. Yes, me too. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה אז יבואו כבר כולם. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, זה לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה ננסה מההתחלה. יהיה לנו רע, אין דבר, זה לא נורא. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה אז יבואו כבר כולם. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. Okay, we're gonna stop the screen share so we can look at each other. We can look at each other's faces. Lai lai. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. לה 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 לה. לה 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 לה. לה 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 לה. יא לה לה. לה 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 לה. Hello Dan. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה, שלום לאה, נשנה את העולם. Deb loves playing with that spotlight. You can put your setting back to gallery view, and Gil's going to share a few words with us.
Okay, thank you, Sally. You know, you've done a beautiful job of setting up the connection between the land of Israel and its ongoing hopes and dreams for peace, and its constant prayerful state toward shalom, toward peace, and how that's so tied up with our wishes and longings for the land. And I want us to think about the land of Israel and what it represents on all of these levels. It's an investment in the generations. We want peace on the land because we know that we belong to this land. It has belonged to us for thousands of years, and God willing, for thousands of years to come. And in light of that, I wanted to share a teaching from the Talmud, a very famous teaching about Choni HaMe'agel. Choni HaMe'agel, Choni the circle maker, was a man who was known to, he could conjure rain and do all kinds of miracles, and interesting stories about Choni. And here's a story about somebody he once met. One day he, Choni HaMe'agel, was walking along the road when he saw a certain man planting a carob tree. Choni said to him, "This tree, after how many years will it bear fruit?" The man said to him, "It will not produce fruit until 70 years have passed." Choni said to him, "Is it obvious to you that you will live 70 years, that you expect benefit from this tree?" And the old man said to him, "That man," meaning himself, "found a world full of carob trees, just as my ancestors planted for me. I too am planting for my descendants." Such a beautiful message, isn't it? And it's a message that in some ways becomes a beautiful symbol for Torah. Torah is the Eitz Chaim, the tree that is planted solidly in the earth, and that we pass from generation to generation, that we invest our time and our lives to everything that it represents in Torah, but also in the land itself. We invest our time and our love for the land of Israel as a metaphor and a gesture for our commitment to this earth for all future generations, that this be a world that is sustainable, an environment that supports life, and a world of peace on that earth. That is our prayer, and that is what we keep at the forefront of our minds at this time of year. And that's what we're really celebrating through Sally's beautiful bringing of this music to us. So that's my little teaching for tonight.
Thank you. All right, I just want to make sure while I have you all on gallery view, can everybody see the words okay? And yes, good, good, good. Okay, so keep singing along with me. I'm feeling through the air. I'm feeling your voices, and I'm dreaming about one day really hearing your voices. So we're going to move on. Gil set us up for our song about Eretz, 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 the land of Israel. Eretz, 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 Eretz טחול עיניו, והשמש לה כדבש בחלב. ארץ בה נולדנו, ארץ בה נחיה, ונשב בה יהיה מה שיהיה. ארץ שנאהב, היא לנו אם ואב, ארץ של העם, ארץ לעולם, ארץ בה נולדנו, ארץ בה נחיה, יהיה מה שיהיה. ארץ שנאהב, היא לנו אם ואב, ארץ של העם, ארץ לעולם, ארץ בה נולדנו, ארץ בה נחיה, יהיה מה שיהיה. Now we're here. ארץ, 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 ים אל מול החוף, ופרחים וילדים בלי סוף. בצפון כנרת, בדרום חולות, וממזרח למערב נושק גבולות. ארץ שנאהב, היא לנו אם ואב, ארץ של העם, ארץ לעולם, ארץ בה נולדנו, ארץ בה נחיה, יהיה מה שיהיה. ארץ שנאהב, היא לנו אם ואב, ארץ של העם, ארץ לעולם, ארץ בה נולדנו, ארץ בה נחיה, יהיה מה שיהיה. ארץ, 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 ארץ התורה, את מקור האור, שפת האמונה. ארץ, 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 ארץ יקרה, אין יפתח שאין זו אגדה. ארץ שנאהב, היא לנו אם ואב, ארץ של העם, ארץ לעולם, ארץ בה נולדנו, ארץ בה נחיה, יהיה מה שיהיה. ארץ שנאהב, היא לנו אם ואב,
Beautiful. And I think you need to fire the guy who's changing the slides, by the way.
Yeah, what's the matter with him? I brought in help from Helm.
Yeah, that's me, by the way. I'm the guy.
That's you. I got I love my assistant from Helm. It's okay. I wouldn't want it any other way. This is how it's supposed to be.
Sorry about that, folks. I'll try better for the next song.
It's fine. You know what? Stop share for a minute because I want to invite people before we go to the next song. I want to give an opportunity to people that have been to Israel, have lived in Israel, to share memories that are evoked for you when you hear that song. That is such a strong connection to the land. If anybody has anything that they can share with us.
Sari is unmuted. Go ahead, Sari.
For some reason, I can remember there was a dance that went with that last song, Eretz, Eretz, Eretz. And I can sort of remember doing the dance in the gym of where the kids went to school and when we lived in Jerusalem. So that's what comes to mind when I hear that song.
Yes, I do the dance to that song too. Yes.
I don't remember it, but I remember doing it.
Betty and then Phyllis Cat, then the Katz family. Betty, where are you? Okay, so let's do the Katzes. Looks like they've got their family there. Unmute yourself.
I mean, I used to with one of the dogs because I really wasn't used to dogs yet. When I did.
Hold on, Katz family. Gary's speaking. Gary, now you're muted.
I just muted him. I think he didn't know his mic.
Okay. Okay, Katz family, let's hear from you.
Tell them you were in Israel last.
We were in Israel last year. Yeah, right before this COVID hit. And I remember from Israel the really yummy donut shop. There were a lot of donut stores that in Israel there are very impressive donuts there, especially since it was Hanukkah, so there was a lot of sufgan yot and yeah, a lot of fancy donuts, I guess. Yeah, that's a big thing that I remembered because there were a lot of shops everywhere.
Okay, Gary, do you want to finish? Gary?
Okay.
I think Sandra Frank has a hand up.
Yes, I see. Yeah. Sandra, go ahead.
It totally brings back my first time to Israel when I was 16. I went on Camp Ramah hiking through Israel trip for 2 months, and we would literally we covered the entire country, and we'd, be in this big bus and just blaring all these wonderful Naomi Shemer and just, all the songs. And, I remember one of our counselors was Israeli, and she would tell us what everything meant. So, it was just, oh my gosh, it still makes me awful clumped,
Okay, Alan and Shula.
Yeah, with regard to the first song, Shira Shalom, when we first lived together in Tel Aviv, we lived around the corner from what was then Kikar Malchei Israel, today Kikar Rabin. We used to go there for ice cream pretty much every night. And it's hard to believe that that Rabin would have been assassinated in that place that was really 5 minutes from where we lived. There were actually many peace demonstrations there that we took part in.
Even before I knew you.
Right. And during the 1982 war, when I was actually in the army, it seems to me that the assassination of Rabin had a lot in common with what we saw in Washington D.C. last week. Of course, the guy who assassinated Rabin, Yigal Amir, has been treated with kid gloves. He's in prison. He's out of prison. He was allowed to have conjugal visits. He was allowed to get married. He even had children while he was in prison for assassinating the prime minister. And that was really a turning point in Israeli history. So let's pray that what happened in Washington D.C. last week is is not a turning point in US history in the same way as that horrible event was. And I can never sing that song without remembering what happened to Rabin, what happened to the peace movement. And there is a museum, the Rabin in Ramat Aviv, which I recommend everyone go to when they're in Israel, where you have a 360-degree kind of, when you go in, there's a surround sound kind of screen that surrounds you, and you're at the square during the demonstration. You hear that song. Afterwards, you hear the shots. I was there with Rabin's daughter, and I have to admit that I cried my eyes out, and she actually comforted me.
No, thank you, Alan. It's so important that you share that, and it's also so important that the music of the people of Eretz Israel contains an indomitable hope, an indomitable spirit that no matter what happens, even the worst possible tragedy like the assassination of Rabin cannot dim the spirit of our people in the land. And I think that's something that we want to focus on celebrating tonight as Sally leads us.
Amen, amen. So I just want to say, I know some people have trouble when Deb uses the spotlight. When you're done with that, all you have to do is go up to the right corner where it says view and switch your view back to gallery view if people are being spotlighted. Okay, so it's up to you to do that.
I'm not going to do spotlight anymore because
but you can spotlight again at the end. I want you to do it again at the end because it's fun.
You do? Okay.
But we're going to go back
now
to this.
It's stuck on Leia.
So that's not going to be a problem now because my sharer from Chelm is going to go back to work. I'm going to give him another chance, and we're going to go to a very old song, Shir HaEmek. This was written even before the state of Israel. It's written in 1934 for a film that portrayed the lives of the pioneers, the Chalutzim in Eretz Yisrael. And I know Shula loves this song. It expresses such a strong connection to the land. Again, this theme of this connection to the land. And the words are, the weary came to rest and finish their labors. Pale night covers the fields. You can go to the first page so you can see the words in Hebrew. Of the Jezreel Valley of Emek Yisrael. Dew underneath, tal milmata. And moonlight above, ulvana me'al. Mi Beit Alpha ad Nahalal. From Beit Alpha to Nahalal. And then the chorus is going to say, sleep, dear valley, we will guard you. Again, a beautiful imagery. We will guard you. What a switch. We think of the land being there for us, but such a strong connection to Israel that we feel we will take care of you, land. Bamenucha layagea umargoa le'amel laila chiver mishtarea astot emek Yisrael tal milmata ulvana me'al mi Beit Alpha ad Nahalal Mama Laila Milel Dmama Be'Yisrael Numa Emek Eretz Tiferet Anu Lecha Mishmer. Repeat the two last lines. Numa Emek Eretz Tiferet Anu Lecha Mishmeret. Yam Hadagan mitnorea Shir ha'eder mitzaltzel Zohi artzi usdoteha Zehu emek Yisrael Tevorach artzi vetehulal Mi Beit Alpha ad Nahalal המשמרת, אופל בהר הגלבוע, סוס דוהר מצל אל צל, קול זעקה אף גבוה, על שדות עמק יזרעאל, מי ירא ומי זה שם נפל, בין בית אלפא ונהלל. דממה לילה מליל, דממה ביזרעאל, נו מה עמק ארץ תפארת, אנו לך משמרת. נו מה עמק ארץ תפארת, אנו לך משמרת. Shalom Yisrael, another song for peace. The ending of this song says, and if tomorrow peace should come for all eternity, from northern lights to southern sands, we'll sing out proud and free, and hill to hill we'll call shalom, mihar lahar. And light will never fail when that new day will dawn for us and all of Israel. Come light your torches in the streets, it says. It should be hadliku. Hadliku or barechovot, v'zir zamru ba'ir. Machar al pnei kol hatikvot, yaftzia yom bahir. Mishovachim yagbiya az, riboyo nelavan. V'shemesh נקיעה מפז, תקרא מתוך ענן. שלום, שלום, שלום על ישראל. אמרו, אמרו שירי הלל. שלום, שלום על ישראל. עוד פעם. שלום, שלום, שלום על ישראל. אמרו, אמרו שירי הלל. שלום על ישראל. אם למחר שלום יבוא, תמו הדורות, מן הרמה עד הר נבו, הציתו מדורות, אז על ההר שלום יאמר, ואור גדול יעל. כשיום חדש יזרח מחר על כל בית ישראל. שלום, שלום, שלום על ישראל. אמרו, אמרו שירי הלל. Shalom. I think we know this. Let's stop the share so we can see each other's faces again as we sing. Shalom, shalom, shalom al Yisrael. Shalom al Yisrael. Imru, imru shirei halel. Shalom, shalom al Yisrael. Shalom, shalom, shalom al Yisrael. Imru, imru shirei halel. Shalom al Yisrael. Imru, imru shirei halel. Everybody, shalom al Yisrael.
All right.
I heard you singing. All right, we're going to do a Naomi Shemer song. We're getting towards the end of the program tonight. We've got 2 more songs for you. You can't do an Erev Shira, you can't do a zingen without a little Naomi Shemer, right? So this is one of her songs from the 80s, Light. sun, bring the sun. If my skies are full of clouds, I close my eyes, but the sunlight is within. What a good message for all of us, as we all have to always look for the light and look for the bright side and try and have hope. Again, this is the theme for tonight. Have hope that things will look up and that light will return, God willing, very soon. אור עולה בבוקר על אגם רחוק, זוכרת, כן, אני זוכרת ולא אחדל ולא אשתוק. אור שמבשרת ההשכמה והזריחה, זוכרת רק לראות עוד פעם, יותר מזה איני צריכה. שמש, הביאו שמש עם שמיים מעוננים, עוצמת את עיניי אבל השמש היא בפנים. אור בצהריים על האדמה, זוכרת על חלקת המים ועל שתיל ועל קמה. אור יורד בערב על שדות חיי, זוכרת עוד, אני זוכרת, זה אור יומי, זה אור ימיי. שמש, הביאו שמש עם שמיים מעוננים, עוצמת את עיניי אבל השמש היא בפנים. אור עולה בבוקר על אגם רחוק, זוכרת, כן, אני זוכרת ולא אחדל ולא אשתוק. אור שמבשר את ההשכמה והזריחה, זוכרת רק לראות עוד פעם, יותר מזה איני צריכה. שמש, הביאו שמש עם שמיים מעוננים, עוצמת את עיניי אבל השמש היא בפנים. אור יורד בערב, שמש אור בצהריים, שמש אור עולה בבוקר. אור.
Beautiful song.
תודה. We are going to do a brand new song from Israel. Don't play it yet. Hold on. I got to tell them a little bit about it. So as many of you know, my sister made Aliyah 3 years ago. And so I have a direct connection to her of all the new music coming out from Israel. And actually, as long as I'm talking about her, hopefully in the near future, she will do these zingen gatherings with me on Zoom. We're going to have to switch it to the afternoon so that we can do some singing together. So that'll be really special. So look out for that possibly in March with my sister Liz. So she shared this song with me. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. It was written specifically in response to the global pandemic to instill hope. And I think this song really does instill hope. It is like We Are the World all these Israeli artists came together to produce this. We're going to play it for you now, and then we are going to sing it ourselves. Well, first we're going to play it.
Yeah, I just.
Oh, yeah. Bigger?
ארץ של שמש על הים התיכון, הגלים פה לא שקטים, זה אומר המון. מהחול של הנגב ועד החרמון, בית חם ובו כולם אומרים שלום. מול כל מכשול וכל חידה, עוד תקוותנו לא עבדה. מה יוליד יום זאת לא נדע, ועל הכל לומר תודה. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא יפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא יפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. קפה במרפסת, ריחות של שבת, איך כולנו פה אותו דבר כמעט. לשמוע על הדגל, הפעם אחת, מה עוד אפשר? הזמן עובר לאט, מול כל מכשול וכל חידה, עוד תקוותנו לא עבדה. לא יוליד יום זאת לא נדע, לא על הכל נאמר תודה. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא יפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא יפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. רב ישראל, זה קטן עלינו, הצהריים מינימליים, עם אחד כולם מאובקים כמו כימיקלים, עובדים מ8 עד 5 אבל חולקים דולרים, סוף שבוע ממלאים מועדונים ופאבים, זה לא חלום מבטיחה, יש לנו גם משפחה, יחד איתי ואיתך, כולם ינשמו לרווחה, יש לנו לב וגם יש לנו שכל וכוח רצון וטיפה של מזל, כולנו אש, אין לנו פחד, ככה בטוח יהיה לנו קל. מול כל מכשול וכל חידה, עוד תקוותנו לא עבדה. מה יוליד יום זאת לא נדע, ועל הכל נאמר תודה. שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא יפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא יפלו קטן עלינו.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow, isn't that something? I just want to say that this expression, katan aleinu, what's ironic about it is katan means small. So it's small for us, but actually, it literally means it's small for us, but actually they're not saying that it's a small deal, like we'll get over it. They're saying that it is a big deal, but with everybody's hope and with everybody's support, they can conquer this challenge. And that's the idea behind this expression of katan aleinu, that dafka, it is a big deal, but when we're together and giving each other support and help and working together, that somehow can make our challenge smaller. And I think that's the message of this song. So we are going to sing it now. We're not doing the rap part though.
Oh, shucks.
It was enough just for me to figure out this one. Okay. ארץ ששמש על הים התיכון, הגלים פה לא שקטים, זה אומר המון. מהחול של הנגב ועד החרמון, בית חם ובו כולם אומרים שלום. וכל המכשול וכל חידה, עוד תקוותנו לא עבדה, מה יוליד דום זאת לא נדע, ועל הכל נאמר תודה. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה, לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. עוד פעם, כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה, לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. קפה במרפסת, ריחות של שבת, איך כולנו פה אותו דבר כמעט, לשמור על הדגל עוד פעם אחת, כמו עוד אפשר הזמן עובר לאט, מול כל המכשול וכל חידה, עוד תקוותנו לא עבדה, מה עוד לדלום ולא נדע, כל היום נאמר תודה. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה, לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה, לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה, לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה, לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. Let's stop the share and look at each other. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה, לא ייפלו, לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה, עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה, לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן. All right, Deb is gonna spotlight you guys, so look and animate it. עברנו הכל, נעבור ahead and spotlight. I see some dancers out there. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה. עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה. עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. Think I like this song? כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה. עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו. כמו שהיה, ככה יהיה. עברנו הכל, נעבור גם את זה. לא ייפלו פנינו, זה קטן עלינו.
Awesome. Wow, Sally, incredible.
Hold on, let me try to get rid of all this spotlighting, sorry.
Wow, now you're a pro, boy.
Remove spotlight. Okay, let me keep going here.
You have to go back to your
Yeah,
corner.
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, everyone just click on gallery view and you can get back to
There we
everything.
go.
Click that,
Sorry.
we'll all see each
Yeah.
other. So I want to thank everybody for joining this evening to sing, to bring some light to our lives, some light to our world, and all of us need to pray a lot that this week goes as smoothly as possible.
Amen, amen. You know, Naomi Shever should have added a whole line about Sally Heckelman, because you're a light to all of us, and you bring incredible light to us, and you lift our spirits and bring us hope. So kol hakavod lach, thank you for connecting us to the land and connecting us to hope and to love, and how the land of Israel can give us strength to face whatever we have to face wherever we Jewish people are in the world. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for coming tonight, everybody. Good night.
If we want to hear it again, where would the recording be?
Okay, so you just go to YouTube and Google YouTube Ze Katan Aleinu, and it'll come right up.
And the whole thing, the whole evening, or just the song?
Oh, the whole evening. So it's recorded. Deb, I will ask Shai to maybe put it on our website or something so other people can watch it.
Okay, say it one more time. What is the www?
So for Ze Katan Aleinu, you just go to YouTube and type in Ze
Katan
Aleinu, and it'll come up. For the recording for tonight, I'm gonna talk to Shai. We'll have to figure out how to share it with the rest of our folks. Oh, and for you that want to see it again.
Yeah, I just Googled that song and it came right up, so I've got it.
Yeah, no, it pops up. It's
Sally, you are amazing. Deb, thank you for everything that you've done and making sure everything runs.
Deb, thank you for spotlighting. Thank you for coming here and being the most amazing moderator. You are not from Chelm, by the way.
No, I am.
So I'm sorry,
Don't thank me for
you're
my-
a little too skilled. But my other sharer, on the other hand, but that's okay. On the other hand,
Erev Tov.
Oh, Shira just saved the link to. There you go. There's the link to the song. If you guys want to copy it before we close the Zoom room, you copy it and just put it right in your browser. It'll come right up for you. I've only watched it a million times too. So.
By the way, Sally worked very, very hard on those slides. So I'm sorry. The guy from Chelm started working the slides instead of going forward, and went backward.
And I give a shout out to my daughter Shira, who's here, who helped me.
Thank you, Shira, for your
help me with the
technological
formatting.
literacy.
I hope I hope you all were singing. I can't wait till we are really in person and I can mamash hear your voices with me. Like, whoa, will that just be amazing? But in the meantime, we're going to keep doing this on Zoom, and we are going to be so well rehearsed that by the time we get together, we're going to be like an amazing choir.
That's right.
לילה טוב, תודה, תודה.
Hi, Joy. תודה lachem.
תודה לכם.
תודה לכם. ערב טוב.